Some of my friends have been mentioning to me that in search of anything more interesting to do than, I don't know, go upstairs and riffle around the kitchen cupboards to look for something good to eat, you might like to get yourself into another world. Well, it's just, that jump room that's in El Segundo, California, that takes you to Mars. You heard of that one? Project Pegasus and Andrew Basiago. Um, One of these so-called secret things. Well, Basiago talked about it for a long time, but it's just like a transporter device from Star Trek that takes you from, I think El Segundo is, I think it's near Los Angeles, and you just go there and you walk into the building, and I don't know exactly how it works, but the next thing you know, you're in the Martian colony. How do we know we have a Martian colony? How do we know we don't have a Martian colony? I think you need to put it more in that kind of way. How do you know we don't have warp drive? They lie to us about everything. They give us bullshit propaganda news all the time on CBS. So, and you look at the budget for, I don't know, US military, Russian military, British military. What's the budget for the military in Argentina? I mean, there's so many countries on planet Earth, and it's always a huge budget item, and they never actually tell you the total amount spent on the military, because then there's always got this hidden stuff. So where's all this research? I mean, what have they been doing with all this money? They must be developing cool stuff, because, seriously, when I walk into Walmart, I don't see any cool stuff at all. You got the same old deodorants. People in Canada are really upset. Our favorite spaghetti sauce is being removed from the market. It's called Ragu. It's been here forever, and my mother swears by it. We always have spaghetti with Ragu. She just loves nothing else. She tried them all of them many years ago. It was the only one, and now they're taking it away from us. Why, I don't know. But I was thinking this opens a huge market opportunity for Canadians to make your own sauce. Now, some people don't want to make their own sauce, but what about, every Canadian city having like a contest for the best local sauce? So everybody, that's got their homemade sauce, maybe some people are from Italian extraction, or some people are from Jamaica. I think probably somebody from Jamaica would make an interesting spaghetti sauce. And then what you do is you just have a taste test, and then you pick the best spaghetti sauce, and then you make a local plant where you make your local spaghetti sauce for each city in Canada to replace Ragu. Why did they get rid of Ragu, spaghetti sauce? It's not the first time we've lost something that we really like in Canada from the market for no apparent reason. Now, many years ago, we used to have what were known as Libby's beans. They're, baked beans, brown beans, various styles, everything from tomato sauce to tomato with bacon to like maple sugar sauce. And Libby's got bought out by Heinz. Now, we already had Heinz beans, and I never liked Heinz beans. Never. I don't like them. They are too damn dry. So Heinz bought Libby's, and then they kept Libby's going, Heinz Libby's, and then gradually disappeared. And I don't know if Heinz beans taste like Libby's beans at all, but Libby's were way better. Now, along came Bush beans around the time of George W. Bush being president. And I got to tell you, George W. Bush, well, I wasn't too pleased with that guy. I still think that he was involved with 9/11, in other words, making it happen. Um, anyway, I don't like George W. Bush beans either. Well, eventually I tasted them, and they taste okay. But I don't know where to go with this. I think Bush beans came into Canada after Libby's beans got bought up by Heinz. There's been a big kerfuffle about mustard and ketchup in Canada because there was a plant that in Leamington, Ontario, that made ketchup from Ontario tomatoes, and then it's an American company, and they shut the plant down. The Canadians got their noses out of joint, and they stopped buying that kind of ketchup. And then they were doing the same thing with, I think it was mustard, because in Canada I think French's mustard is the yellow mustard everyone buys. Does Heinz make a... I don't know. I don't like Heinz. I like the ketchup. What am I talking about? I don't like Heinz beans, but I like Heinz ketchup. It's just weird, why is it that they're removing our favorite goods? I mean, it was bad enough that you can't... Apparently, it's still hard to get a hold of toilet paper. And now they're taking away the spaghetti sauce. Why is it, that we've lost our competitive market? There's not competitive products in the grocery store anymore. Pretty soon we're going to have one kind of tomato sauce, and that's all. I still get the feeling that COVID-19 is the cover story for the Russian communist takeover of North America. Because this is what they told us happened in old-time Soviet Union. They lined up to get into any store, anywhere, and there was nothing on the shelves, so you were lucky. Whatever they had, that's what you bought. You were hoping to get a box of rice. You ended up buying some black socks, because that's all they've got. That's the way it's going. Why are we becoming like a communist dictatorship where we got to walk around wearing these fancy costumes on our face, and there's no competition. We got to stand in line outside of stores. I don't know. I don't want to get too belabored into it. I've done enough on it. I'm sick of the topic. Everyone is so sick of the topic. But it all happened when they got rid of corner stores. Walmart came to town, and then all the corner stores closed. And you used to have a corner store within about 4 blocks of you anywhere in town. And now there's 0 corner stores. I mean, back in the day, people would go there and get cigarettes, milk, and bread. And chocolate bars. And pop. And gum. And really interesting novelty items. Like little parachute guys, little rubber guy with a plastic parachute. He was about that big. Quite often he was pink, and you could throw him way up in the air, and the parachute would open, and then he'd come down. Or caps. I never see caps anymore. We had cap guns. Sometimes we'd get a whole roll of caps, a big roll of caps like this, and we put them on the curb. On the road, on the curb, and we get out a big hammer, and we would hit the whole roll of caps with a hammer at the whole thing, and it would make the loudest noise you couldn't hear after that. It was such a loud noise. No one's got caps anymore because they got rid of corner stores because Walmart came to town. Public enemy number 1 is Walmart. They ruined corner stores. They ruined all the downtown. Everyone knew this when they first, years ago, that everyone was complaining Walmart ruined all the downtowns. All the little stores that gave you such an interesting shopping experience got taken out by Walmart. And now Walmart has taken away Ragu spaghetti.